We're at the Brownsville Community Center, and Escambia Cares, a program that we started to show that Escambia County cares for its citizens. And so we have all of our service providers, our partners, and we have our community health clinics, and we're doing free HIV testing, blood pressure testing, different services, employment opportunities, how to apply for a job with the county, voter registration information, counseling opportunities, how to get involved in your government. I mean, we have almost any service that you could possibly imagine. Here today, we have a lot of our elected officials. We have our city police, our sheriff department, our fire and rescue, our emergency operations.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Sue Strong. I'm the news with WEAR-TV, and I am honored to have been invited to serve as your MC for the program section of today's Escambia Cares event. So good to see so many of you, and thank all of our vendors, organizations who are here represented today, and for those of you who are at the other vendor tables, please have a little time to make yourselves around the room and avail yourself of the many services that are available in Escambia County. At this time, I would like to ask the Assistant County Administrator, Amy Lavoie, to come and bring greetings and a welcome on behalf of Escambia County.
Thank you for the round of applause, Captain Turpin. Good morning, all you smiling faces. Good morning. Thank you all so much for coming out today. It's great. I know the weather is fantastic, and you may wish you were outside, but we appreciate you coming and supporting the community. It is fantastic to see everybody, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that, I am going to introduce perhaps the largest rock star we have working at the county. He is currently the Commissioner for District 3, Commissioner Luman May.
Thank you, Ms. Lavoie, in the absence of our county administrator, and thank Amy for being here. As most of you know, to the east of us, many of our neighbors, friends, and family have been devastated by Michael. And so, before we do anything else, let's keep our friends and families in our prayers. We have an opportunity. We're just going to take a second to have a moment of silent prayer for all of our friends who are in Jackson County, Franklin, Gaston, Gulf Bay, who are really suffering. So just for a second, if you stop what you're doing and just be quiet for 1 second and just bow your head in a moment of silent prayer for our friends and family to the east of us who have been devastated. Amen. Thank you. Listen, thank all of our vendors, thank all of our partners and our service providers. Most of all, thank our neighborhood, our dance connections, our neighborhood associations, Brownsville. This is simply an opportunity of something that we started to show that Escambia cares, that you shouldn't have to go outside of your community to realize the resources. So there are multiple resources from our community health to our county procurement to legal services that are here. But to each of you, you're very important, and I know that our gracious MC, Ms. Strong, will recognize you, but really thank you for being here. This is really about you. It's not about someone grabbing a mic to talk, but just make sure that you reach out to each of the vendors because they have valuable information that can be shared. Again, thank you, and I certainly want to thank our MC, Ms. Sue Strong, for taking time out to be here. Sue, I did see you on television yesterday, raising money for victims. Thank you for your service, and thank each of you for being here. Ms. Strong.
Thank you very much, Commissioner, and thank you for coming and bringing a donation that the Commissioner did mention yesterday. And I want to take just a moment to, again, it was there, but by the grace of God, it could have been us. It could have been us. And Lord knows we have had our share of devastation over the years, whether it's been the floods that have come this way, the tornadoes, our own hurricanes, and we have been blessed. But you turned around and shared those blessings yesterday. We were able to raise, spending just for a few hours in the parking lot at Cordova Mall, almost $90,000. This community, you came and gave almost $90,000 that we are sending to the Florida Disaster Fund to help our neighbors. So I hope that you have a good feeling in your heart because of what you did. One other thing before we get on with the program, I know that I saw some first responders. We have some against the wall here. We have some in the mix of the vendors, those who are out there in search and rescue, those who are providing emergency services, medical services, those who are providing law enforcement protection. I want to take a moment just to say thank you to our first responders. Please give all of them a big round of applause. Thank you. God bless you for what you do, and may He keep you safe in your travels as you are doing His work. This time I want to ask Coach Mike Etheridge if he would come forward. Some of you, I think it was week before last, may have seen a young star on Good Morning America. And as Coach Etheridge is making his way up to the stage, I do want to acknowledge David Stafford. There he is. All right, this is your supervisor of elections. This has been one busy man, and will be busy certainly, especially through November 6th. Please, if you have not registered to vote, if you need any information at all about voting, please see David Stafford. And I'm not taking any political stances on anything, but I want you to know one of the things that I have admired about this gentleman in running this office. I remember on a New Year's Eve a couple of years ago, I was downtown and we were getting ready for the Pelican drop, and I saw the light on from my vantage point in his office, and David Stafford in his office working on New Year's Eve. This is the kind of commitment that you have from your supervisor of elections. And so let me tell you, now our commitment is to take advantage of the services that he provides and get out there and vote. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you and the service you give this county.
How about a big hand for Sue Strong and everything that she does for this community? Thank you. Real brief, I'm going to take up too much of your time. One main message I want you all to hear today is that we're standing right now in an early voting location. We stood it up for the primary election, but we want to make sure everybody understands that beginning October the 22nd, that's a week from Monday if you can believe that, we will begin early voting in 9 separate locations throughout the county, and this is one of the 2 newest locations that we've stood up for this election cycle. What that means is as long as you're a registered voter in Escambia County, you can come here to this location. The room behind us here, anytime between October the 22nd and November the 3rd, between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., and cast your ballot here in person without having to wait to vote on election day. So I would very much encourage everybody here, everybody in this community that would choose to vote early to come take advantage of this. It's a wonderful opportunity. The earlier you get your votes in, the better we are, because that's the fewer people that are left to vote on election day. So come over and see us over here. We've got information about our early voting. We've got voter guides. We've got ways if you'd like to vote by mail, you can sign up to vote by mail. If you need to find out if you're registered, if you need to update your registration, come see us. But thank you for all you do. And whatever you do this November, however you choose to vote, just make sure you go out and cast a ballot this year. Thank you.
Dawn has a big voice that she wants to share with you today. Please put your hands together and welcome Miss Amy Reyes.
Generation reputation. until you use your words. Oh, you can sing it, type it, write it in the sky. I'm okay with all of the above. Even if it's something I've already heard, say it again. Come on and use your words. Come on, tell me that you can't live without me. From it all, erase my doubt. Confess your love back perfectly. You want to stick around, then you have to know communication comes first. Then use your words. I can't be wrong. Don't even try.
Is coming back to the stage. This is our little star. For those of you who might have seen Good Morning America, I believe it was week before last, this is a young man who was prominently featured on Good Morning America. Again, putting Pensacola on the map once again in a very positive way. Here you go, Coach.
Hello once again, everybody. Like I said, just in case y'all don't think I'm making this up, right now, this young man on the stage with me, Cameron Chandler, 8-year-old from Longleaf Elementary, the fastest 8-year-old on the face of the earth, Cameron Chandler. I want to take this time to also thank his mom and dad, Mr. Corey and Miss Santana Chandler. Can y'all just wave him around? Because it's parents that saying to me, Coach Mike, we're going to give you an opportunity to work with our child. And it's my job, along with the rest of the coaching staff, that we have that volunteer day in and day out to say, you know what, we're going to bring what's in you out the best way that we can. And again, Cameron will tell you, it's not about winning the medal. It's about making sure that home and respect is taken care of and that the grades at school is on point. Then after that, we can towards where you want to go with your goal. Again, the Scambia Cares, we want to say thank you.
We want to let you know, and especially for our children who are here, something very fun and entertaining and hopefully a new experience for many of them. We do have the horses that are out front, so they can go out and spend a little time petting the horses, and I think they may even have some rides available for them, so please take advantage of that. I'd like to bring for you now from Picard, also an employee of Escambia County, Mr. Leroy Williams, who will bring on the remainder of your entertainment.
Thank you, Ms. Sue. I really appreciate this opportunity to come before you. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, if y'all work with me on this, is, you know, Ms. Sue, she has really been a blessing in our community. She has been doing so many great things. Let's give Ms. Sue a great round of applause. I mean, it is so encouraging every day to turn on the news and see her smiling face and the passion that she has for this community. You know, she does an Angel in the Mist, but I think that she's the champion of the Angels of the Mist because she's so encouraging. And when you ever see the shows and you see her, she's fighting back tears to see how others are doing great things. And when she invented Angels in the Mist, it don't only just inspire the people that are watching, but the people that are in, it's encouraging them to keep doing what they're doing. And it's so awesome how it spreads throughout our community to make all of us better. And so I look forward to every Monday seeing, you know, in His Mist, Angels in the Mist, because I know that there's going to be someone doing some great, phenomenal things. And when Sue started that, that was so great. Many years ago, when I first started out, 32 years ago, I want to say my age, Sue said something to me that was so encouraging. She said, if you send no ships out, no ships can't come in. Think about that for a minute now. If you send no ships out, no ships can come in. So for all of us that are dreamers, for all of us that are looking for encouragement to do those things that we want to do in our life, always use that, because I use that every time I feel in a certain situation. So let's just give it up once again for Ms. Sue Swan for the great things that she's doing in our community. Awesome. And also too, you know, our commissioner, Mr. Lumame, has been doing so many great things in this community. We thank him for his vision for our community, the things that he's doing to bring about a great community. He's doing many great things, and so I'm just so thankful to have the opportunity to work with Escambia County and to be under his administration in respect to what can we do to make our community better. And so I'm just so delighted about the things that we have done in this community. But I want to say this as we move into the entertainment. The best, help me y'all, is yet. I can't hear you. Hello, that's what I'm trying to tell you now. So with that being said, there's a young lady that's getting ready to come to stage. The last time she came to stage, she had a nerve of talking about my forehead. So now, ladies and gentlemen, she's coming to the stage again. And her name is Miss Brenda English. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes in her own way. Our comedian, Miss Brenda English. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Y'all act like y'all don't know this song. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my scriptures, and he gives me all of my medicine. Come on, y'all. In my room. Come on, y'all, sing it with me. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my scriptures, and he gives me all of my medicine. Come on now. Yeah. Y'all know that song? I'm going to tell y'all right now. My name is Sister Janie Fain. Y'all remember that name now? Sister Janie Fain. Well, y'all heard about this program down here. So I sign what I do, and I run on down here and check it out. Well, y'all know I just lied. Cause I'm 89 years old. I ain't ran nowhere. I got these new sneaks now. Y'all know my new sneaks I got on. Woo! Ain't they shiny? Ain't they nice? You know the words say, let your light shine. I'm gonna let my feet shine too. Woo! I put these sneaks on y'all so I was able to move in front of y'all a little bit. You know, I have to be able to break it down sometimes. And these little sneaks, you know, they help my feet, you know. Because some, you know, a lot of us get down with diabetes stuff, you know. So we have to protect these dogs. Yeah, you know that's what they are. Because those jokers get the barking sometimes. Woo! But you know, Sister Janie said, come on down here. And I saw all these nice people down here with all these different activities and events. I'm like, this is nice. We need to take advantage of this stuff when it comes to us. Y'all know that. We need to come out and support these programs. Yeah, you know what? I thought about, since I had my new sneaks on, y'all, I was almost ready to do the moonwalk. But I thought about that thing. Girl, you better be still. You and them tennis shoes will be up and down. So I'm gonna let somebody else do the moonwalk today, okay, y'all? That all right? Now see, the reason I can't do the moonwalk now, cause this old building keeps on leaning, and my soul has got to move. So I'm gonna leave that right there. That's why I can't do the moonwalk. Baby, this old building 89 years old. Baby, it can't move like that no more. This building leaning now. How many of y'all building leaning? My building is leaning, y'all. But I'm going to try to hold on a little bit longer. Because, you know, God said just hold on to his unchanging hand. So I'm going to hold on to God's hand, baby. And you know, sometimes we have to be careful about these gospel songs we sing. How many of y'all know that gospel song? Going up on the rough side of the mountain. declare nobody's both sides. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm going there. Now I love music. All kind of music. Cause see, we had one, you know, she went on to God this year, and I love the way that little girl sang. And one of my favorite songs, she say, "What you want, baby, I got it. Woo! What you need, you know I got it." That Aretha can sing, y'all. That thing can sing. Yeah, baby, but you have to be careful about some of this stuff you sing, though. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't gonna be out here with y'all all day long. I ain't gonna fool with y'all like that. Cause see, my thing is, yeah, I'm 89 years old. But baby, I've been booed up for 65 years. And my boo, I'm booed up, my boo wait for me at the house, baby. My boo is at the house. So that's why I ain't trying to stay out here with y'all all day long. Cause you know you have to go home and take care of your booed up, or somebody else will be booed up. So I'm gonna take care of my boo. So y'all, let me tell y'all something. Come out and support these programs. These are some awesome programs. Just know that I love y'all. And you know that old boy Leroy? See, he come out here and say, I talked about him the last day. Well, when you know somebody, because mind you what I told you, I'm 89. See, I babysitted that little big forehead boy. And that's why I don't mind talking about him. He said I talked about it, but I'm going to leave him alone this time. He told me don't come out here and start no mess. But like I told him, well, I'm 89. Don't start no mess, and there won't be no mess. Because I'm going to tell you just what's on my mind. But y'all have a good day. I love y'all. God bless y'all. And I would moonwalk off the stage, but I ain't going to do it. I'm just going to leave y'all, and I'm going home.